लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, ओ तिलक लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, तुझ में जो चिंगारी है उस शोला आज बना ले। जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, ओ जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, साथ हमेशा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, शान बढ़ा तू रहे अगाड़ी, जीत की भाषा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी। स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, स्पोर्ट्स इंडी।
Namaskar and good evening. Welcome to another Saturday evening where we are going to discuss everything about sports, and that's where we are at Sports Indie Presents World of Sports. Over the last 1 month, we've covered a lot of topics, but today's topic is something that I'm sure, like our earlier topics, will make you enlightened with a lot of information and knowledge as well. What we're going to discuss today is about cricket and a lot of opportunities that have arisen in cricket and the growth of cricket. And to discuss that topic and to ask a lot of questions to our guest, our special guest today is a cricketer. His first name itself is an indication that he is a cricketer. He has represented Mumbai in the under 17, under 19 and under 22 stages. He has played for Mumbai University, has also represented the All India University teams. Today, because of his cricket, because of his growth as a cricketer, he is now employed with the Mumbai Customs as an executive assistant. Along with that, he also plays for the PJ Hindu Gymkhana in A Division cricket. He's an off-spinner, a right-hand batsman, and when in flow, he is a delight to watch. A top-class champion cricketer who has expressed his desire to share his information and knowledge with us today. Let's welcome with a round of applause wherever you are today, Mr. Sachin Wagh. Sachin, good evening and welcome to Sports Indie Presents World of Sports.
Hi, Prasanna. Thank you. I would like to thank first Meety Group and Amay Mone, yourself, for inviting me today. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. I'm really happy that the topic is cricket and to share my knowledge, you have invited me here. So I'm really thankful. Thank you.
Great. Our pleasure, Amay, and looking forward to interact with you. Also, let's welcome to our show at Sports Indie Presents World of Sports. She's the founder and the CEO of Sports Indie. This show is her brainchild. She's also the executive director of the Badwe Group. Let's welcome with a warm good evening to Mrs. Supriya Badwe. Supriya ma'am, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening. And it is very, very nice to welcome Mr. Sachin Wagh, a renowned cricketer, to this Sports Indie platform. And of course, cricket is everything for Indians, and not only this generations together. So hope everyone is very eager to listen to Mr. Wagh. So you
Thank you.
mentioned your first introduction that because of his first name, it seems he's a cricketer. But his surname also supports it a lot, because Wagh in Marathi is called a Sher. So in both by his name and his surname, he is a cricketer. No issue at all. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Oh yes, absolutely, and that's what we're going to discuss with him. Welcome Sachin and welcome Supriya ma'am. This is an initiative of Sports Indie, and BT Group is the channelizing force behind this wonderful concept of World of Sports. So let's start our discussion with Sachin Wagh and Supriya Badwe ma'am. Let's go to Sachin first. And Sachin, I would like to ask you if you could take us through your journey. Where did you start? Where did you face your first ball? How did it start? And how has it been now in 2021? If you could take us through your entire journey, Sachin.
Yes, 100%. So it's a long story, but I would like to start with that. I still remember that I was in 7th standard, and I used to go for summer camps in 4th, 5th standard, 6th standard. But the summer camp used to be just for 2 months, and I used to get to play the season ball only for 2 months. But I wasn't happy with that. So, and most important thing for a child is there should be cricket in our school, so that we have practice, we have matches the whole year round. That time we were not knowing that there are major tournaments like Harris Shield, Guy Shield going on, because we had no idea about what tournaments are going for the kids, for the school tournaments. So once we just had a word with our principal, Miss Aban Patel, I still remember her, and she was so supportive with us that time. And she was like, really ready within next second. Yet, okay, we want to start cricket. Okay, no problem, we'll start. And I think it was seventh standard. I started playing Jai Shield, Harry Shield. Our school coach, Mr. Sharad Rumde, he was there with us till 10th standard, and it was really a nice journey. We built a team, good team, decent team. We always went into the fourth round and never crossed that fourth round. I still repent that feeling because after fourth round we'll get a Parleji tournament, one more added tournament, but we never crossed that fourth round hurdle. I hope you must be knowing that, Prasanna. But okay, no issue. But at least we had some cricket in our little career of school cricket. And 10th standard, I think I still remember, like I was good in studies. I was not that great also, but I was good. And like a typical middle class family, that everybody wants their kid to take science. And even I was there in that line. Okay, fine, I'll take science. But okay, my dad thought no, there would be no any questions that he'll go other than science. He'll go in other field. So I said okay, no problem. But then in one fine day, I don't know, my dad got forms of Ruparel College and Podar College both. So I asked him why Ruparel Podar, because Podar is a commerce college. So I don't know why. He said, "अरे भेटलं म्हणून घेऊन आलो." असं काय म्हणजे हे नव्हतं. I said okay, but then I don't know. I was just thinking कि अभी science लूंगा. If I take science, खेलने नहीं मिलेगा. Then everybody is like नहीं lectures होता है, practicals होता है नहीं. Then I shifted and चलो I'll give a chance. I spoke to my dad. He was very supportive that time. I'm really thankful to him. He never pressurized me even for a second कि no, you have to take science. ठीक है, तुला कॉमर्स करायचं आहे, कॉमर्स कर, no problem. Take Podar. I said okay. That's where then proper cricketing journey started, because Podar that time was one of the best college for cricket, because their team consistently went on to the play semi-finals and finals. So my obvious choice was going to Podar. So I got in the team, and best part of Podar was I was into a good cricketing circle that time. Our coach, I still remember VS Patil sir, our coach that time, and he was very strict person. You must be knowing him. He was very hard nut, and he used to not give anything easy to anyone. And best part about Podar was a good cricketing circle. Like everybody, even if they are like in 11th standard or like very young, but still they wanted to do something in their career going forward. So being in that group, like I still remember Aditya Tare was in my, like he was my senior. Like I was in 11th, he was in 12th standard. So Aditya Tare was there, Ravi Shetty was there, Rahul Vengsarkar, Rohan Bagwe, Sufyan Rehmani. We had a good bunch of cricketers that time, and everybody had same direction, like playing for under 17 Bombay or going forward playing for Mumbai Ranji Trophy senior team. So it was a good time. Though we missed out most of our studies time, I remember. I don't remember how many lectures I attended that time, but no problem. But I did not repent on that. Podar in that sense was very strict on studies, because they said no, okay, you want to play, you can play the whole year round, no problem. But when it comes to studies, make sure you do your part, because we're not going to help you. Even if you be a champion, no, you have to study. So cricketing, college cricket. Thereon, I went on to play for Mumbai under 17 that year. Then slowly, gradually, it went ahead.
But you know, in this journey, as you were saying, Sachin, when you started, there weren't enough tournaments, and then you started playing Guy Shield, Harry Shield, and those tournaments. But one thing which our listeners would like to know from you is that as a cricketer, because of your performance, you got a job in one of the prestigious companies, that's the Mumbai Customs, and for the last 11 years, you're working there and also excelling as a cricketer. So tell us about that journey, and if you could enlighten more about these opportunities that could help our cricketers as well, the budding professionals.
Correct, Prasanna. You are also absolutely on the point. I think what I know is like 15, 20 years back, there used to be a lot of jobs going around for cricketers. I think all the PSU banks used to offer jobs. Many private companies had good teams. For example, Orient Shipping, Mahindra. Then I think Mafatlal had a good team. So every cricketer, I think out of 10, every 8 to 9 cricketers had job in their hands. But I think that situation, I don't drastically changed last 10 years. And what I see right now, Prasanna, there are cricketers divided in two parts. Cricket is become a very expensive game right now. So people from a good financial background, they have no problem going ahead, like practicing the whole year round. There's no pressure for them financially. But when a middle class person, when he's pursuing cricket, so at a point when he's crossed his when he's an adult, there's always a pressure from the family where you have to be backed financially. That's when I think job becomes a very important part. Yes, you when you play a certain level, then only government offers you job, no doubt about that. But yes, if you play a good level of cricket, there that one part in your behind your head is your financial backup. Once you have a job in your hand, I think the player becomes more confident going forward, that he can explore his opportunities more. And when I'm blessed that I am with Mumbai Customs. They have given immense opportunities to us. For example, no pressure work when it comes to work. We have half days. We can leave by 1 o'clock. We can practice after 1 o'clock. So I'm very privileged that I'm with Mumbai Customs.
Oh yes, absolutely. Such a wonderful point that you made here, Sachin, is that you're privileged because you have a job, but it's because of your cricket that you worked hard, and that's another lesson that all our listeners should take. That if you work hard on the field, off the field, you can have a strong backup like Sachin has of the Mumbai Customs. Let's invite Supriya ma'am into the discussion. Supriya ma'am, we all know that across generations, cricket in India has a huge fan base. People are attached, fans are attached. Everybody knows everything about cricket. But at the same time, on a young and a budding cricketer, there's always growing pressure. So, how do you think can one or an individual cope up and respond to such high pressure for a budding cricketer?
Yeah, absolutely. Prasanna, as you said, there is a lot of pressure on budding cricketers. I think for a better performance in cricket, it requires lot of things. First is hard work, dedication, lot of sacrifices, and performance, consistent performance. Maybe first, if you want to grow as a cricketer, you may have to start your career at early age. Maybe you have to first get into the city club or maybe a club at local level, then performance at state, and then national, international. So it's a long journey. And what in India we focus more generally, our parents or our system is like that. We want to have academics parallelly in as a backup, or maybe to have some good financial stability as to get a job. We focus on academics also. So I think academics and sports career, those both things both hand in hand during your peak career years, and that builds lot of pressure on the cricketers. So maybe as Sachin shared here, that if the financial background of the family is good, at that time that a boy or a particular person from that family can pursue his career without any pressure. So means he can totally focus as a sports or cricket as his career. But when it comes to some middle class family, wherein you have to perform as far as your career is also important, and sports is also important, that makes lot of challenges for that particular person. So looking at this huge pressure, I think maybe during last many years, cricket has evolved a lot. And in sports India, that's why we started working. So we want to build a sports ecosystem wherein I think for nurturing a person in or as a cricketer. So what he needs is a psychologist, also a mentor, a coach, and a dietitian, a nutritionist. So all these systems are factors are required to grow a particular player. Maybe not only I'm saying about cricket, but all games wherein that someone wants to pursue his career in sports. So what I feel that to address this pressure, maybe as a society, or maybe because when we look at the, suppose say, Olympic Games, World Olympic Games, and wherein we see India's performance, say like uh, at somewhat lower level as compared to China and US and UK and all these big countries, big nations. So I think maybe as a society we need to form some solution. So how we can address such budding sports person to give them proper ambience to grow or to pursue sports as a career, and maybe they may be given some benefits to just suppose say exemption from their exams, if at all the exam and your tournaments are overlapping. So maybe this kind of restructuring may be required at our level. uh, Recently I just heard our prime minister shared one new syllabus, new pattern of education. So maybe which I heard from that pattern is that uh, whatever, say, suppose someone want to say take a break in his education for something, so he is allowed to take that break, and he can again re-enter. So maybe this flexibility, I think it will come into picture in maybe in coming future. And if at all, if that flexibility is been given to upcoming players, that will help them a lot. So I think looking at this nurturing or and addressing the pressure of the players, academics and their sports career has to balance a lot. That's what I feel.
Oh, yes, so nicely explained, Supriya ma'am. You said that the balance is so important, and you at Sports India are trying to build that ecosystem which will help not only cricketers but other sports persons as well. Best wishes to Sports India and to the budding cricketers and sports persons as well. Coming back to Sachin. Sachin, when you were growing, you told us about your school phase, Poda College, then going ahead 17 age group, 19 age group, university. If you could tell us some of the challenges that you faced in your rise as a cricketer, and how did you overcome them to reach where you are today?
Challenges, I think I was little privileged in that sense because I had good clubs under my belt. I played for Karnataka for I think good 10 years. So I was little privileged in that sense, Prasanna, because in sense we used to have good infrastructure when it comes to practice. We had good wickets and Sanjeevni Cricket Academy, Bandra. I hope you must be knowing that Satish Sir's academy there. So it was a good place there. So we were allowed to go anywhere, anytime. Anytime whenever want to practice, we were allowed to go there. Just go there, bat how much ever you want to. Plus, we had Karnataka ground with us. Whenever we want to practice at Karnataka, we used to practice there. The only challenge I think during our era, I won't say like I'm not that old now, but still I think 10 years back there were less indoors that time in less indoors. Apart from BKC, I don't think there were any indoor cricket academy there that time, because that was the only challenge. Because rainy season we used to practice, we used to hardly get any practice basically. And right now I see kids they have a lot of indoor academies going around. Like I have heard some. There is one in Sai and Dharavi. There is one in I don't know. There are many places. Like 4 5 people, 4 5 places where just go there, book your slot, practice how much ever you want to, and you are ready. So I think that part we missed during our time. But personally, when it comes to a general practice, I think we were little privileged that we had good infrastructure that time, good practice schedules by Mr. Satish Samant that time, good facilities provided by Karnataka Cricket Club. So yeah.
In this interaction, Sachin, you mentioned the word infrastructure. Now, when you
Yeah.
see the game today, the sport of cricket today, we see that it has come far away. It is growing, it's progressing. So much is happening. Whether it's club cricket, school cricket, franchise cricket, country cricket, 2 3 teams at the same time, competition is growing. So, if you could tell our listeners, our viewers, how did you climb, or how can they climb gradually from one level to the other, looking at the situation around?
Yes, 100%. Good point. Good question, Prasanna. The first thing I would like to tell today to my viewers is, especially parents, that today every second person, Prasanna, I see that every second person, every second parent, obviously, they want their kid to become an Indian cricketer. Of course, that's a dream for everyone, no doubt about that. Every cricketer growing up wants to play for India some time or the other. And every parent want to see their kids become Virat Kohli right now because he's a sensation of our Indian team. But main point I would like to tell you here is I think today there is more of a parent forcing their kids more to become a cricketer rather than kids wanting to play cricket. I think that's where you have to draw a line. If you have to analyze what your kid wants, it's so I think I've seen parents just because there's a lot of money involved in cricket, that's why they are pushing their kids towards cricket. I think that is absolutely wrong. That was never done by our parents, though there was no finance money backup that time. There was so much of money that time, but still we had a choice. We had a choice to go wherever we want to. So I would like to tell the parents today is let your kids decide, do they want to play cricket or no, and if they are ready, then you start backing them and without pressuring them. I've seen parents sitting at the ground, leaving their work, watching their kids practice, watching their kids matches the whole day, shouting, yelling at their kids when they get out. I think that shouldn't happen. You are putting more pressure on your kid. Let them enjoy, let them flourish. So yeah,
True, that's
that
such a
is one.
wonderful point.
Yeah. So I think I am speaking this point first time with someone. I'm a good observer. I never speak. I'm a very shy guy. I have never spoken on this point anytime because you won't be, I have seen Prasanna, people, parents hitting their kids when they get out to a wrong shot. That's not correct. Come on, it's a sport. You have to grow with your kid. And I've also seen parents where they want to become a cricketer themselves, but they couldn't. So they want their dreams to get fulfilled through their kids. Even that is not correct. The most important point here is let your kid decide. Let their kid decide that does he wants to pursue cricket. Also, I have done my CSCS certification. I have done my certified strength and conditioning specialist course just I think last year. So I had my two three clients. I just want to share this example. So I had my clients. They are a good family, good rich family. So that kid used to play one game on Monday, some other game on Tuesday, third game on, so different games on different days. So he used to do drama also on weekends, music also on one day. So a whole week is the kid is engaged. So I just asked once to the parent, like, what is the reason behind it? So I like the reason. First, I should think that no, the parents are very busy. They can't keep a watch on their kids. That's why they are just asking their kids to join different. So the kids are also busy. They don't have to keep a watch on their kids. But I think I was wrong in my judgment. When I spoke to the parent, he said, at a very tender age, the kids themselves are very confused what they really want. And if they pressure their kids to do something, no, you have to do that, that puts a lot of pressure. And going forward, the kid himself gets bored. I'm bored of this game. I don't want to play it anymore. So that's why multiple games, that's why the body also gets developed in different ways. You know the example of AB de Villiers. Everybody knows that he was a good hockey player, lawn tennis player. So Prasanna, no surprised the way he plays his shots is all because his body is trained in every manner. He's played soccer, he's played lawn tennis, he's played hockey. That's why he can move his body in all directions. He's not a unilateral sport person. So that's the same thing that parent told me that till 13, 14, or maybe 15, let the kid play every game he wants to and let him decide what he wants to now actually pursue.
It's
That's
so
one point I
beautifully,
really liked. Yeah.
so beautifully explained. And Sachin, you said you're a shy person, but we would urge you that you should speak more because when you're speaking, when you're interacting, there's so much to learn, and there's so much that we are getting to learn from these examples that you're sharing. excellently explained there. Coming back to Supriya ma'am, ma'am, on this show, World of Sports at Sports Indie, it took us almost a month to come to a topic of cricket, which, as we have been discussing, is a craze, is actually a festival. So how did this happen? If you could just share with us that journey.
Yes. What I feel when we started Sports Indie, uh, we I just thought of one thing that we have lot of tournaments for cricket. Cricket is God, cricket is religion, cricket is craze, cricket is entertainment. Cricket is everything for all of us, and that's for generations together. So no doubt about that. Say like. I remember our childhood days when we used to listen the commentary on the radio, and yes, of course, that all thing are there in with us, and uh, yes, cricket is like by everyone, even a small kid to an old age person, whoever. If you ask anything, everyone is saying that cricket is his passion. Cricket is his favorite game. So, but I found there are lot many things happening for cricket. Maybe say T20s there. For national level there are many tournaments. For state level there are many tournaments. Ranji is there. Then Maharashtra league is there. So state leagues are also there. So I think lot many opportunities I found for cricketers, but I found the other games which are equally important, like if for example means kabaddi has grown in last few years. It has taken a good shape. Actually, the kabaddi is our own game. It is from our home ground. So cricket, apart from cricket, kabaddi has evolved just say a few seasons back. So what I thought, uh, in this like a lot many focuses and a lot many people are working on cricket as a game, but if we will equally focus on other games, those games will get importance. What are the challenges in those games, and uh, what are the possible ways, possible solutions which we can address through this platform, that the young crowd get attracted towards others game also. And apart from that, what happened, as we all are aware that India has a highest youth population as of now. Means like in 2024, India will be the highest youth populated country. At least 45% youth will be there as compared to the other parts of the globe. So means this is the right time. We should address the subjects and all goodness, good characteristics of other games, so that uh, all these games will be open to coming generation, and this they should start thinking on it. uh, because maybe cricket, we are at the top in test cricket, in T20, IPL is going on. So there is always, we have achieved the highest position, highest achievement in cricket as a nation. But when it comes to, as I said, when it comes to Olympics, we always found we are just somewhere. There is lot of scope where we can grow, and we can gain so many medals and in other sports also. So that's why I started let us focus on Olympic also, and let us bring more focus and more attraction towards other games. And when we started identifying such the subjects, surprisingly I came to know lot many people are there, and they have great achievements also in different fields. So that's why I thought, let us now take it forward and discuss these subjects. Let us bring people for these other games like kabaddi, even Coco has, means like, though it's our own game. It is initiated from our land. So let us take now a few weeks before, we have rhythmic gymnastics, which is a fantastic game. We were not aware of those games. Mallakham has gone to international level. Dr. Deshpande shared that they have started this international tournaments in Germany. So many other games are doing equally well. So let us discuss through sports indeed. Let us address these challenges and let us grow together. That's why that is the reason maybe
Yes, absolutely.
cricket is being taken like in a lot of faith at sports indeed.
No, no, but as you rightly said, madam, let us grow together. But we are short on time. We have another program coming up. But was one last word from Sachin. It was wonderful discussing with you. But Sachin, if you could just quickly tell one piece of advice to budding cricketers who are listening to our Facebook Live and to our various streams.
Yes, 100%. One last and the best thing I would like to tell you the budding cricketers is give your 100%. Give your 100% till the time you feel no, the goal is not achieved. One motto in my life has always been like that: you should not be in a situation growing up where you have to repent on yourself that I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have done that, तो ऐसा होता वैसा होता. No, today is the time in your hand. Don't waste it. Give your 110%. I I have I bet you there will be some or the other door opening for you guys, because cricket is gone right now in such a position where there are immense opportunities. Prasanna, you know that there are immense opportunities, and there are immense opportunities. Many ladders today are there to reach the top. The ultimate is, of course, the Indian team, but there are many ladders today. First used to be it used to be not like that before, where only there is one way of reaching there. But now there are immense opportunities for a cricketer to stay busy. There are so many matches going around, so many quality competitive cricket going around. And right now at least I know about the Mumbai circuit. There is so many tournaments. So we are never short of opportunities. It's just that how you grab it. That is the most important.
True. And as you rightly said, Sachin, give your 100% because now is the time that all of you should give this 100%. And if you can do that, then yes, Sachin Wagh, as he rightly explained us, can be your journey as well. A big thank you to Sachin Wagh. A big thank you to Supriya Badwe ma'am for that interaction. But another reminder to all our listeners that every Saturday at 5 o'clock, don't forget to tune in on all our social media channels. World of Sports. Do follow us on Facebook at Sports India and also on Meethi Group. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the Meethi Group digital YouTube channel where you can see the show once again and keep yourself updated with all notifications about this group. And as we rightly say, always don't just play the sport, be the sport. That's it from all of us. Once again, thank you, Supriya ma'am. Thank you, Sachin. And a big thank you to all our
Prasanna.
listeners. Have
Thank
a
you,
great
madam.
evening
Thank you.
and take care of yourselves. Thank you. Thank you.